Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Chad.
And Kris.
And you are now listening to Chillin' with Chad. Thank you. Yep.
Yo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Chillin' with Chad, featuring my brother Kris.
Yo.
We're back once again. Last week was pretty good. I feel like it was a good show. Nice, quick, easy.
Just getting back into it.
Yeah. And this week's probably gonna be about the same. Kris, what is? Yeah.
Technical
Ignore
difficulties.
That. Kris, what's been going on with you this week?
Yeah, this week just trying to, keep doing my thing at work. Mm-hmm. Trying to get the house cleaned up a little bit. Having kids, people out there listening, I'm sure you guys understand. But the house is never clean. And as soon as I clean it, it just gets torn up again. So, but no, we got college football is back. Mm-hmm. So this time of year for me is like I'm sitting up here just cheesing right now because of how happy I am. And my Florida State Seminoles put it to the Tigers, LSU. Mm-hmm. Brian Kelly's dumb face got even dumber. But but no, I mean this week I got to spend. Also, I shoot dove. So dove season started on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So me and my friends put down about 27 birds. And we just put them all together and then we'll do cookouts throughout the year.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's been fun. Busy weekend. So I'm tired.
Okay. So expound on that a little bit. Okay. So you say you put them together and then y'all do cookouts throughout the year. Like, so how long are doves good for? So
freeze them.
Just like anything else, just freeze it.
Yeah, so we freeze it and then we make jalapeno poppers with them.
Oh.
And then we'll do kebabs with zucchini and onions and peppers, and it goes hard.
Okay.
I'll have to bring you one if you're willing to try it.
I mean, I'm definitely up for the jalapeno popper.
Yeah.
The zucchini, the shish kebab thing.
Won't you shishka shut up? But no, so that this time of the year for me is just, I feel like all my free time is not free, but it's doing things I enjoy doing, watching football, going hunting.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. What about you, Chad? How's your week?
The week's been pretty good. Work's cool. School's cool.
Went to some random family's reunion.
Yeah. So did you, good brother, did you see that post on Facebook? So I posted about going to my family reunion, and K-Rose has been on the show before. She comments on it. She's like, Miles' family reunion. I thought your last name was Johnson. So are you adopted, bro? And I'm like, yeah. You do know there's two sides to a family, right? And she's just like, shh. And I'm like, God damn it, that girl is goofy beyond.
She's something else.
Yeah, she is. But she's the homie. We love her, but sometimes
anything really fun or crazy happened at the reunion, or
I mean, for the most part everything was pretty chill. Just your normal family reunion, music's playing.
See, my family's really small, so I never have. I've never been to a family reunion.
Most family reunions are everybody just gets together, sitting around talking, eating, catching up.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Some family reunions have music. We had music. There was a DJ there playing music most of the time. There's people going around dancing.
Were you dancing?
No, not this. Not this time. I didn't.
Weren't feeling it?
Nah. I mean, I was in my seat, maybe
saving it for the next time you're on stage.
Yeah. But I had this one older family member. I promise you, from the time we got there, and I say we probably got there about 2:00, and we probably left a little bit closer to 6. I want to say that she danced probably that whole time. Like different music come
Dance
on.
if you want to.
She's just going around, just walking around the whole, like just dancing. And I'm like, okay. So I gotta say this. Like, I don't know where these two people fall in the family tree, but at one point in time, they were like dancing like
sensually.
Nah, I wouldn't even say sensually. Just like one lady was dancing in the front, the guy was dancing in the back, and they were just like dancing, having a good old time. And I'm like, that's kind of weird to be dancing with a family. Like I said, I don't know
what song was on.
It was like different songs. So at one point, I think one of the songs was
when you say girl in the front, guy in the back, you're not talking like family members grinding on each other.
It was okay, so it wasn't grinding, but at the same time, it was very like close to suggestive dancing. It's as close as you can get, and this is what I'm saying.
This is good. This is why we talk, to get this stuff out, so you don't keep it bottled up inside.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly where along the line these family members are, that because they're both older. I don't know if they might have been like maybe husband and wife. I didn't know, but I mean, it still was just a little.
Maybe it's just that weird person that you guys call uncle and aunt. But they're not really family members.
I don't know, but that was a little bit too. I don't know. It weirded me out looking at it.
It clearly bothered you a little bit for you to want to talk about it.
I'm just like,
you okay, Chad?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, but just the visual of seeing them two dancing like pretty close to each other.
So, speaking of not weird incest things, Chad, shout out to A-Ray and the Waco Awards.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
First round of voting started today.
Oh yeah, September 4th. So yeah, get your votes out. Vote for whoever you want to vote. See, this is one thing I want to say about like the Waco Awards, because a lot of times they get this misconception like, oh, they're only picking like the popular people, or they're only picking like their friends or their buddy. But it's how it goes is the people vote for you first before anything else gets determined. So if you have a strong enough fan base or a good amount of friends or something, and you get them to vote on you consistently, your name is going to be on this list. So there won't be a reason where you feel like, oh, they're voting for their favorites or they're voting for their friends and shit like that. Like, if you're somebody that, like, if you got something going on and you're known for it and you feel like you ain't getting your just due, you got to talk to your people about voting for you and getting your name up there on the list. And then once you get to like the past preliminary, oh shit, I fucked it all up. Preliminary round, then to where your name is actually on there so people can vote for you. Then I just feel like a lot of people like are.
But also the committee, they're not gonna let people just vote like that. Like, they're also checking to make sure they're active. Like, if you're voting for someone's podcast, like they need to be active. Or comedy, you need to do things.
Mm-hmm. So,
they do a good job at that too. So
yeah, for sure, absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up. So a lot of these, that's what I'm saying. I get annoyed when I see these people post like disparaging things about like
the Waco Awards.
Yeah, because I feel like
they got heated last year. I feel like. Well, like, why am I like? How did this person win?
Yeah. I don't get all of it. Yeah, that's all. That's the main thing I have to say. If you feel like you're not on there, you need to talk to your people about getting you voted on and stuff like it's. I don't know. It makes me irritated because I know all the hard work and stuff that these people are putting behind, like organizing and getting this stuff together. Mm-hmm. Then for people to come around and like badmouth it or make it seem like it's not, like people are taking their time out to do this. Like, it's not.
Well, we're putting it on for the city to get people's names out. Like, this isn't A-Ray or everyone else that's involved in there trying to get their name out there. It's trying to grow awareness in the city.
Yeah, it's trying to show light on everybody.
Yeah,
and I feel like if us as Wacoans, if we can like come together on something like this and make it pop, then it'll like other people will be like, oh, Waco are doing this Waco Awards, and hey, Killeen, we can do a Killeen City Awards. or Temple. We can do a Temple City Awards, and it'll expand, and then we can like grow it into just one big.
Happy family.
We can have a one day. It could be not just Waco, but it could be the Central Texas Awards or something like that. Like, I just feel like people are so like small-minded and short-sighted about stuff that they just.
Well, they're selfish, is what it is.
That too, or they're only out for self-gain. They don't care about everybody else who will benefit from it. Like, because some people, like they'll, like just for somebody seeing their name on like one of the nominees, that'll give them a look. That'll be somebody that may have never even heard of them before. Like, oh, who's this person? They'll look them up and give them some looks. Like, it's beneficial for everybody. And I wish that some people would get there to where they can see their vision like everybody else does.
And what's is it Waco? WacoAwards.com. That's where you're going to go do your voting.
Yes.
Yes. So make sure you guys are getting on there. You'll have about 3 months of voting in total.
Yeah, just about.
Until the show. So, or 2 months, sorry, but I don't know. Somewhere around there.
It's 9, so it'll be December. About 3.
Yeah, something like that.
A little around 3 months.
Yeah, but shout out to A-Ray and the crew and the Waco Awards, and hopefully y'all get out there and vote and, help bring Waco together.
Hopefully we see y'all out there.
Oh, yeah. We might need a bigger venue next year.
Oh, man. It'll be a blessing.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you had a good week.
Yeah, things are good. Man, I'm feel football's back. So
Baylor sucks, but they're trash. They're gonna get stomped by Utah. Like not even gonna be competitive.
That was. I mean, I can't say I was shocked because it happens like this. Once that cycle of players that have been thriving at Baylor, once they leave, then like the newer guys that are coming around, like they're gonna have to fight through to make it back to what it was, like just like 2 years ago. Like, what was that? One of the years that they won the
was it 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. They won
the
Big 12.
Oklahoma State. Yeah.
So
they're just up and down. So,
and it's what's funny. Like,
but high school football's back too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the teams in the area
they're looking good.
There was a little shit going on between University and who did they play?
La Vega.
It was the University in La Vega.
That was the last game, I thought. Or no, that might have been Connolly in La Vega.
It was somebody, but they they're like doing the upside down U in the picture. I got a picture of like, and that didn't go. That didn't go too well for them. University kicked their ass.
Shout out to Berto, University legend.
Yeah, man. Football. Yeah, Texas won this week. So, but the big news before we move on to the main.
No one cares about the University of Texas.
The big news of the weekend is fucking University of Colorado, and
prime time, baby.
Damn, fucking coming out the gates hot. Like, no, I don't think a lot of people were rooting against them, but they didn't think that.
I know no one out there really cares, but week 5 they play USC.
That's gonna be that. If any other game these coming up weeks that's gonna be the test.
Yep, they got a game at home. It's their first home game. Sorry, I love prime time.
Like I said, you TCU, like they were ranked 17. Like, there's no reason that this. I mean, it was a really good game. Like, Shadur Sanders, he really showed off that he's not just a SWAC quarterback. Like, he really showed he's worked hard to put himself in this 500 yards, no interception like that. That's one of the biggest first Division I game I've seen. I mean, Travis Hunter.
I don't even want to talk to you about Travis Hunter.
That guy.
He was a Florida State commit.
That's right. And he
flipped to Jackson State.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, he freaking balled out. Over 100 yards, played 129 snaps or something.
That's rare that you see somebody playing both sides of the ball like these. Because everybody's just one position and then just round it out there. There's a few people that especially in college, they play both sides.
I mean, you're thinking 110 degree weather.
And this man played.
But last thing I'm going to say about football before we jump into our main topic. So they don't have captains at Colorado.
Yeah.
So they have L and D. L are leaders.
Oh.
And then D are dogs.
Oh, okay. Got that dog in. Okay, yeah. I like that.
So like Travis Hunter, I think he had the D, and Shadur had the L for leader. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a cool concept. I'm definitely gonna be watching a lot of Colorado football this year. So.
I feel like football needs, people like prime time. And they need teams like Colorado who haven't done good. Yeah. I mean, they used to, in the 80s?
80s and 90s, yeah, they were pretty.
Yeah.
I want to say that's where Cordell Stewart.
Yeah. Cordell Stewart, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Man.
Oh, man. But that's been checking in with Kris and Chad. And I love you.
We'll be right back. All right, and we're back on Chillin' with Chad. This week's topic, we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Hip hop was born on August 11th, 1973.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah. I've watched that. Yeah, I've been. This is why I was excited about the topic. Because I've like watched all kinds of documentaries about hip hop and rap over.
Yeah.
So when do you think was the first time you like actually like physically like heard and could remember like, oh shit, what is this?
I mean, probably I think Outkast would probably be the first like hip hop artist that I listened to, and that's just because my cousin was a few years older. But like Eminem, like I'm a huge Eminem fan. I think he changed hip hop, in the early 2000s. Didn't change it, but like put a different spin on it.
For sure.
But yeah, like growing up in Florida, a lot of Ludacris, T.I. I love T.I. Outkast was obviously huge for me. Flo Rida when he came out. I mean, that was just party music.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like
Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon,
that party rap like that, like
basically 2000s hip hop.
Yeah, a lot of people like really like shit on it these days. But that party rap, that was a fun time.
It's fun, but you listen to lyrics now. Like I can't even listen to a whole song because sometimes it's just too much. Yeah, I'm just like, how? Like why? How?
I feel like some songs like it'll like if it's something catchy. Like it'll like give me like, okay, I like this, I can tolerate this. But yeah, a lot of times, it's like a little, like I said, we're doing old head speak here. Like it's a little, sometimes it's a little too much, but it's I mean,
NLE Choppa.
yeah, that's what.
Jesus
Christ.
Man,
yeah.
Sorry, like
God. Yeah, songs like that. I'm just like, what? How in the hell is this allowed to get played on radio? It is. But yeah, like
that song gets played on the radio.
Yeah, hell yeah, I heard it on the radio quite a few times. That and I
bleeps so much stuff out.
Oh yeah, but that's one thing I hate about hearing edited rap on the radio. It's because like they'll like say something and it'll be like a whole like 15-second of bleep because they can't say anything that they're saying.
Bro, when I would make my Christmas list, I would always like if I wanted a CD, so I'd be like Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP1. Please don't get it at Walmart.
Oh yeah,
because they were edited.
Oh yeah, that's you definitely was getting the edited CD at Walmart. If you bought your CDs at Walmart, you definitely got the edited version.
Yep,
they definitely was not. Damn. Oh yeah, I could tell so many stories about buying rap albums from Walmart, not knowing,
pissed off,
and take that shit home. And it's like super clean, edited, and beeps and.
So what do you? I guess for you, when did hip hop start affecting you?
Very, very early on. Like I'm talking like 92, 3-ish, and I was like 4 or 5 years old.
So who was it like a lot of Tupac or
not
local?
Not necessarily Tupac right away, But like early on, it was like so that around that time, like it was Dr. Dre's The Chronic, that fucking
Dr.
album.
Dre.
Like, bro, I'm telling you, so I showed you where I lived at when I was a
Fucking
kid.
Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
Across the street from the Dewey, bro. And I like that whole little strip of the street from the Dewey and then the Village's apartment, like it would be fucking cars lined up, especially on Sundays.
Yeah.
There would be cars all the way around the block where like they're literally like a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
People in cars like going all the way around the blocks. And then I could vividly remember
music.
So one of the first songs I did, like Mind Playing Tricks on Me, that was like one of the like big songs played back then. But when that fucking Chronic album came out, man, everybody's car was bumping. Like any pick a song from the Chronic album, you can hear it from like Dr. Dre's Let Me Ride or Nothing But a G's Name. Like you can hear that and multiple cars going down the street. So like I always tell people like when I first like can actually remember like hearing rap music, like that was like the top two. So go back to my dad, because like I said, a lot of music that I was listening to, either my dad put me on to it or my stepdad put me on to it, because they both were like musical people. So they listened to all kinds of music. So my dad, so this is like, oh man, he had this one car that he would let me parents don't do that today. So you know you can let the little like if you're in the back seat, like you can let the little armrest down, and then like you'll have like a little armrest like the seat and pull out. And some of those old school cars. Well, me, I took that as this is where I'm gonna sit at. So I pulled that seat out. So I'm like sitting on that. And I'm like, me and my dad are riding around. He's playing all kinds of music. Like I said, this, and we were just talking about this. Like when I saw him, like we riding around, and we're like listen to like old 8-Ball MJG. Like that's another like staple of rap that I can remember when I was a little kid. 8-Ball MJG. That was some of my favorite rappers.
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia was later on. Yeah, definitely later on. But yeah, they definitely were there. Too Short was Too Short. I can't forget about Ice Cube.
What about 2 Live Crew?
2 Live Crew definitely, because
it's just a different type of hip hop. Like it was
but I was getting in trouble. The fucking videos was coming on, and they were like, "Hey, turn that shit off right." Hey,
Nelly Tip Drill.
Oh, see, now that was way later on when I can watch whatever the fuck I wanted to watch, and I have to, but still being mindful of, man, like, oh,
if someone walks by.
Like, okay, I'm watching this, man. We're definitely gonna have to talk a whole segment about BET Uncut in a minute.
Oh God.
But so yeah,
BET Uncut.
UGK was definitely early on too. like I said, here in Waco, so we had like mainstream rap, like everybody that was out there. We also had Texas rap that was like just like growing at the time, like the early 90s. Texas rap was just growing.
Talking about like Houston rappers?
Houston, like all over Houston, Dallas to an extent.
I feel like the majority of them came out of Houston.
Yeah. Oh, the majority for sure came out of Houston, but Dallas too. Dallas rappers were coming up too. Like you heard of the DLC? The DLC? He's like he worked with Dr. Dre for a long time. He's the guy that he had a real bad car accident early on in his rap career, like messed up his vocal. So he couldn't really rap like that no more. Like, and he was like a promising rapper. He had like an album that was real dope at the time. Yeah. And and then he he started working with Dr. Dre and all that. So he's been working with Dr. Dre since like 80s. Yeah. Damn. So he's from Dallas.
Is he still working with Dre?
Yeah. To this day. Yeah, he's still working with Dre. But Houston had a lot of rappers. Then so that transformed into like screw music. When screw music was first coming out, like I would say screw music here probably was like definitely late 90s, but probably like some probably had it earlier than others. When I first started hearing screw music, that was probably like 97-ish. Yeah. Somewhere around there. That's when because I was hearing this the slow ass shit. People right down the street listen to the slow ass. I'm like, why the fuck? What is that? And so one of my buddies at school told me, "Oh man, you ain't never heard about DJ Screw?" I'm like, "Nah." Then he's like, "Oh man, you should know about it." And like, go to the store and get you a tape, man. You can listen to DJ Screw. And I'm like, whatever, buddy. I didn't pay no mind to it. So a couple years later, so this is probably like 99-ish.
Yeah.
Like it's at that point it's like everywhere. So like so then at that time you had DJ Screw and then you had Swisher House.
Yeah.
Swisher House record, which started like Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, Paul Wall, all those guys.
Chameleonaire.
So I was listening more because I didn't really like even like Lil Flip was like somebody that came from like the screwed up click side.
Yeah.
And Zero and Trey and all those guys. But when it came around to like that, it was like I feel like most of us kids here in Waco gravitated more to like the Swish House side because they was doing like the freestyles on. They weren't like making like their own personal song. Mm-hmm. They were doing like freestyles over other people's songs. And I feel like we all gravitated towards X. And then they were like the brand like Swish House, like, oh shoot, what's Swish House? And before you know it, everybody's got a Swish House CD riding around.
Bro, like when people started doing like mixtapes, I mean, that changed. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then find like Dat Piff. I mean, like how long has that been around? I mean,
Dat Piff was old
because it's not going.
Yeah, they've sunsetted. I think last year finally, but Dat Piff was around for years, man. I want to say like.
I mean, I know it was definitely in the 2000s because that's where I was getting a lot of music in high school.
I want to say about like 2005 or 6 maybe. That's when like Dat Piff like first popped around.
Yeah,
but mixtapes as a whole had been around. Like,
yeah.
Wait, like even like when rap first started, that's how people was like finding out about new artists. Like people like you can see people literally talking about they would play the radio, use the tape, record the song, so they'll have a song because they'll never know when they will hear it again. So,
hit and record on the cassette tape.
Yeah, hit and record. Yes, and you never know because that's how we have like we didn't have
that's what I used to record.
You didn't have like social media to where like. A new song will come out and then you're hearing it like 30 times a day after that. It's like you hear it one time, you might not hear it again for who knows.
Yeah.
Especially if it feels like underground rap or that like and just think of any underground rapper. If they would have came out in the 90s, you probably would hear like once and then maybe like a few days later it'll come around again on the cycle and you'll hear it again.
Yeah.
So
I mean when the Carter 2 came out,
that was.
I mean,
that was one. That was a hot.
That's like one of the most memorable albums to come out, like since 2000. I think.
Yeah.
You know that one. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it was talked about.
I definitely agree. That I feel like Lil Wayne as a whole, like I think everybody is.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much like you've heard some type of Lil Wayne. You've been a Lil Wayne fan.
Yeah.
Because I like even when the Hot Boys first came out. And I was listening to Lil Wayne and Juvenile and BG and Turk and all them. Man, you know what's crazy? I listen to like some of that old shit today, and it's still pretty good. Like,
yeah, it still hits.
I like it a lot, man. And then, like I said, like it's been all this time, and like Lil Wayne's still like one of the top rappers. Like you can't
fuck with him.
You can't take it away from him. He's been doing it for maybe 30 years at this point, and
I'm not going to answer this question. I'm going to ask you, who would be your Mount Rushmore of hip hop artists?
Damn. To narrow it down. Okay. Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
You're talking top 4 that for you, you know?
Yeah. For me, in my personal opinion, okay, Jay-Z's got to be up there just because how long he's been doing it. Same. I would say Lil Wayne is probably there too. So Jay-Z and Lil Wayne through with longevity purposes.
Don't say Kanye.
I'm not gonna say Kanye, but Kanye is one. He's okay. I would say
you can say Kanye if you want.
No, I wouldn't put Kanye on there. I would say you have to put Tupac up there because just he was like one of those kind of like how like Drake is.
Mm-hmm.
Like just imagine like if Tupac came out in this era with like the same like he might even be bigger than what Drake is today. He's like
Can't stand Drake.
Whatever he's got going for him, he's got going.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like he's got. I like his music, and like he's.
I think where he gets it is he's appealing to men and women.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Tupac had.
Yep.
Tupac had. Tupac had that because there's like this famous quote of saying that you can put anything in a song as long as you can make people dance. So like you talk about Hit 'Em Up, like his diss track, like they play that in the club like just like a regular. Like ignore the fact that he talked about fucking some man's wife, and killing him and beating their ass and doing all kinds of shit to this guy and his record label. But the shit was so catchy that people were like still dancing to it in the clubs. So, Tupac would be there, and then
Lil Wayne,
Jay-Z, Tupac, and then just because you have to have somebody that was at the top, like in like the older rap crowd. So I would say you have to put Rakim on there because you got to have something from the old standard. Rakim was the top rapper from the 80s and maybe early 90s that was just, and then he transformed. Like if you hear like a lot of early rap, like from like 79 to like I guess the start of like Run DMC era, we were like, ha da 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 da. But he was like one of the first rappers that was like putting like long like critiques. I wouldn't say critique, long. I'm trying to think of the word I'm trying to say. Like
verses
in his raps that weren't just like super rhymey. Like that. They were still rhymey, but they were like more complex to his rhymes.
Like almost like storytelling.
Yeah. And like he passed that on, and you to go to like the Nas's and the J. Cole's and the other people who take on that like wordsmith role and took it like to another level. But definitely, like I would say, if my Mount Rushmore, that would be Rakim, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Tupac. That's how I would go with it. I really wanted to put LL Cool J up there because he was like the first like rap. Like superstar of rap, like that was Jay-Z. I mean, that was the good brother looked at me funny when I said that, but it kind of threw me out. But LL was like the first superstar of rap. Like even though like Run DMC definitely was like the biggest names, but as a solo artist, like somebody that, and then he had the same thing. He had the raps that appealed to the men and the women. So I definitely would want to put him like somewhere, in that, but just not with those four.
I mean, it's solid.
No,
I mean you can interchange any one.
Yeah, you definitely can. Like, and you might ask me that question like another day, and I might say something different, just depending on.
You need to make up your damn mind, Chad.
Hey, it's too many rappers to just say just four in one. But I think if needed, I would say that those four probably. At least interchanging those four at a time. So
you mentioned earlier, this is how we're gonna send it off. BET Uncut.
BET Uncut, man, that was a time. There was a time, man. Just think about this: being a teenage
Chad
boy.
ran out of socks.
No, man, I wouldn't. Nah, I wasn't doing no shit like that. But just that was like.
Oh yeah, because people just watch porn to watch it for the story.
Hey, that was as close to not being porn as we was gonna get back in those days without actually watching porn. I mean, the videos, the twerking, the ass.
Did your mom ever walk in while you were?
Oh nah, because either
doing anything, but
nah, because she was either like dead ass asleep or she was already at work.
Hell yeah!
So most of those nights I was just chilling from the TV, so I didn't have to worry about.
Hell yeah!
Now the computer age, that's a whole nother story. But
you wild.
But BET Uncut. Do you remember any particular videos from BET Uncut that stand out to you? No.
No.
Oh man.
I mean, how long ago was that?
It's 2023. I think the last BET Uncut probably was 06.
Yeah, I was still in high school. I was on lockdown.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't watching any of that shit.
Oh, I was in high school too, but at the same time, my TV was open season at that time. Because I mean, so my sister, who's like a year and a half older, she's probably off somewhere, either on the phone or whatever. My brother's probably in the room playing video games or something. So it's me. I'm in the living room by myself. I'll watch Comic View and then backdoor and watch BET Uncut maybe like an hour or two later. So
you do you, man.
Because I could go all day on the videos from BET Uncut that I used to watch. I ain't gonna do that, but there was way too many. One in particular, that's the only one I want to mention. I mean, you talked about Tip Drill earlier.
Yeah.
But there's one that was maybe better than Tip Drill. It's called What That Thing Smell Like.
What That Thing Smell Like?
What That Thing Smell Like. So, the beginning of the video.
I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
The beginning of the video. This is how crazy shit was. The beginning of the video, this old man, I think he was like in charge of the club or whatever. He's got all his dancers like lined up. And they're like walking past him. They're like rubbing their finger under his nose. It's like, so he's trying to smell what that thing smell like. So that's when it's like he's smelling each of them. They walking past him like rubbing their finger under his nose. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like crazy. It was the craziest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. And that video stuck into my head to this day. Even though it's not like the best rap song or anything like that, but the simple fact that I can remember that all these women walking past this old man, rubbing their fingers on his nose, and he's smelling it. That shit was classic, man. Damn.
I feel like that's not something that you just ask a girl.
Nah,
hey, what that thing smell like?
Probably not, especially in this day and age. Nah, I don't think you want to ask that question.
Little smell test.
All right, man. That is it for us this week. Chilling with Chad. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, if the ending of this don't get us canceled. But I'm Chad.
I'm Kris.
And we
are
out. Encore. Thank you.
Duval.